The news broke with a jolt, a headline that seemed almost surreal, pulled from the pages of a political thriller rather than the daily news cycle. Former Pakistani Senator Mushtaq Ahmad Khan had been arrested. Not on land, not in a political dispute, but at sea. The force behind his detention? The Israeli military, a development that sent ripples of alarm across Pakistan and beyond. Initial reports from the Palestine Action Coalition of Pakistan were stark. Senator Khan, leading a 5-member Pakistani delegation, had vanished into Israeli custody. He was part of the Global Sumud Flotilla, a convoy bound for the besieged Gaza Strip, carrying humanitarian aid. The mission was moral, not military, to deliver essential aid and challenge a crippling blockade that has strangled Gaza for years. Organizers confirmed Israeli forces intercepted part of the convoy. While some boats continued, at least 13 vessels were stopped. A former Pakistani lawmaker was now held by a state with which Pakistan has no diplomatic relations. The world was watching for answers. What happened? Where was he? Was he safe? The specter of a dangerous confrontation on the high seas loomed. This was not isolated. Another chapter in non-violent attempts to break Gaza's siege, now made volatile by a high-profile Pakistani figure. The Global Sumud Flotilla was a floating testament to solidarity. Sumud means steadfastness, perseverance. First, deliver critical humanitarian assistance directly to Gaza, where the United Nations reported famine conditions. Second, pose a non-violent challenge to the legality and morality of the blockade, a bold statement to the world. Activists, politicians, journalists, and citizens from dozens of countries united under one banner. Among them, Greta Thunberg and former Senator Mushtaq Ahmad Khan, who led a 5-member Pakistani delegation. The voyage began in Barcelona, building momentum across open waters as a grassroots movement. Participants knew the risks. Previous aid flotillas had faced violent interception, yet they sailed onward, driven by conviction that the world's conscience could be pierced. Their mission courted danger to command attention, a courageous gamble with global stakes. Inevitably, the path to Gaza led toward confrontation, under the vast, indifferent sky. As the flotilla neared Gaza's coast, it was met not by welcome, but by the formidable presence of the Israeli Navy. Activists had prepared for this moment, a peaceful protest meeting the iron will of a state enforcing its blockade. Israeli naval forces moved swiftly. The operation was precise and overwhelming, cutting off the convoy. This was not negotiation. It was non-consensual boarding and commandeering. Israel framed it as law enforcement, preventing weapons and illicit materials from reaching Hamas or other militant groups. Activists called it piracy in international waters, an illegal obstruction of a peaceful mission and the kidnapping of civilians. Hundreds were detained globally, non-violent activists brought under military control. Journeys over, freedoms revoked. Among them, a 5-member Pakistani delegation led by Senator Mushtaq Ahmad Khan. Activists became captives, redirected toward Israeli ports. The aid would not reach those in need. Primary goal thwarted, secondary goal realized. The world's spotlight now fixed on the raid and mass detentions. In the immediate aftermath, a tense silence. Families and governments waited without answers. Concern in Pakistan mounted with each hour. Activist briefings were all anyone had. Without official Israeli information, speculation and fear filled the void. A former senator was held by a hostile state with no direct line of communication. On Saturday, Pakistan's Foreign Office confirmed former Senator Mushtaq Ahmad was in Israeli custody, safe and in good health. Relief for his well-being, but a grim reality. He was a confirmed detainee in a country Pakistan does not recognize. The case moved from activist reports to state-level concern. Islamabad signaled active engagement. Assurances of safety implied indirect channels, likely via a third country, a fragile thread of hope. Being safe in detention is relative. Conditions were unknown, anger over his seizure undimmed. The focus shifted, from locating him to liberating him, through arduous diplomacy. News of the interception and detentions triggered global outcry. Demonstrations erupted across continents. Protesters demanded immediate release and an end to Gaza's blockade. In Pakistan, anger surged, an affront to national honor, with protests across multiple cities. Domestic pressure compelled swift action. Political, religious, and civil society united in condemnation. With no direct ties to Israel, Pakistan needed an intermediary. On Friday, the foreign minister announced engagement with a European country to secure information and negotiate release. This was diplomacy by proxy, navigating complex geopolitics to bring a citizen home. Governments and rights groups questioned the interception's legality and urged releases. Holding hundreds of foreign nationals, including a former senator and a globally recognized activist, became a mounting liability. The chorus of condemnation grew louder, difficult to ignore. After days of uncertainty, the world heard from Senator Mushtaq Ahmad Khan following his release and arrival in Jordan. He recounted 5 to 6 days in custody with roughly 150 companions, an ordeal marked by brutality and humiliation. Hands cuffed behind backs, chains on legs, eyes blindfolded, dogs set upon them, guns aimed. He described brutal torture. He said he went on a hunger strike. There was no access to air, drinking water, or medication. A systemic denial of basic needs. His testimony offered a stark counter-narrative to claims of proper treatment, humanizing the plight of hundreds detained. On Tuesday, Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar announced, former Senator Mushtaq Ahmad Khan had been released and moved safely to Pakistan's embassy in Jordan. Sustained global protests, a European intermediary, and persistent Pakistani government pressure paid off. He emerged not silenced, but resolute, ensuring his suffering exposed the risks activists face and the human cost of the blockade. While the senator is free, Gaza remains under siege. The issues that drove him to sail are unresolved. His journey, sea, detention, freedom, stands as a powerful chapter in the ongoing struggle for justice and human dignity.